Long time no see, as we would say for these days. A big apology for not uploading a video these days, but our team had a very difficult schedule and we didn't find a lot of time to work on more videos. But here we are again, your boy George and Inglorious Nerds family, of course. First things first, how are you? How are you doing these days? I hope all of you are perfect, and of course, if you are not, let me help you and accompany you one more time. Finally, we brought another Let's Talk About video, today about Squid Game, as we had promised to you. We want to work more on this series, as except from games, we love series and movies too. We said that and before. Anyway, I am talking too much, let's dive to the video, but before we do this, I will remind you that everything I will say, it is only my opinion, and I would gladly want to see your opinions down in the comments. Enjoy the video. The first thing you will think when you hear the two words Squid Game is not something else than a usual game which was played by all children at their youngest ages. In the series though, all the contestants who they believe they found out the best way to earn their lives back. Unfortunately, something bad is going to happen. Squid Game actually is a compelling, candy-coated fever dream in which all contestants play some innocent games from their childhood, of course, but with one major cost. If they fail on them, their lives are forfeit. It is a disturbing portrait of humans who were chosen of unlucky situations while they were struggling across Seoul, South Korea, and as much a tale of a dystopian hellscape of the mind as it is a horror series viewed through the eyes of those scrapping by. The question now, you are struggling through your life. Would you take a risk like this to take your life back? Or not? Of course, as we said before, our main protagonist is one of those poor people who got hit by life so hard, and they are desperately trying to find a way to earn fast some money. His name is Seung Yi-han. He's an average guy who is in serious need of some cash, or we could better say he's trying to find a miracle. As you are watching the series, you'll start to commiserate more and more him, even though he's obsessed with gamble, because he has a daughter he may never see again, and an elderly mother who is still forced to take care of him as though he were a child. So, when given the opportunity to play a series of children's games for an astronomical sum of money, Ji-han can't refuse. One thing for which I was surprised was of the number of people who took part in this game. I mean, come on guys, a very handsome guy comes close to you and offers an opportunity to play some childhood games with a price of an astronomical sum of money. It seems suspicious to me, I don't know. However, many participants took part in, all of whom have been to the middle of nowhere under surveillance by masked guards and clad in numbered t-shirts and sweatshirts. All are chasing their big dream, a chance to change their lives, but unfortunately they don't know at what cost. They say when someone is desperate, he is blind. I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure when someone is desperate, he will do anything to achieve his goal. Of course, all flowed normally until the contestants realized that every single children's game in this prison-like compound could result in a swift, painful death. This sick and inhuman situation starts with a very known game which probably all of us played when we were young, red light, green light. This childlike joy quickly devolves in a harrowing sight as those who move a single muscle during the red light are shot where they stand, leaving a floor full of blood pools. It is very sad, isn't it? And would you like to hear something more haunting and disturbing? After the first episode, people start participating with their own will. Isn't it terrifying? The thought of returning to their old lives to face their debts is so terrible that they decided to risk their own life. Sometimes life is so cruel that you prefer risking everything for a little hope. Squid Game is a concept that gives us a 9-episode run, especially when Yi-han is starting to explore the other lives involved in the games. One of the greatest strengths of the series is that it is weaving a big web of character development that pays a lot of as we are watching this. In every episode, you can discover a different character and of course their lives they had outside of the game and what people truly are. It is very hard to keep your personality in a prison like this. North Korean defector Kang Se-byuk is tough as nails on the outside, but occasionally reveals a kinder, gentle side. Yi-han's childhood friend, Sang-hoo, is a criminal, as he had stolen money from his clients, going so far to put his mother's home and business on the line as a collateral. Of course, for me, it wasn't very easy to choose a favorite player, as every of them could die from time to time in one of these childhood but cruel games. Squid Game moves at a breakneck pace from game to game, keeping you at the edge of your seat as the body count climbs and the plot continues to thicken. And yes, that was one of the reasons I found attractive the series. The pace it has and the plot, even it was very cruel, it is something which is able to keep the crowd satisfied very easily. However, this whole story is a little sad, isn't it? Sometimes it is not that characters are dying, but the way they are eliminated, without hesitation, without worrying if someone is waiting them outside. The first game involves a area robot doll that turns around and looks for people who are still moving through red light. And, unfortunately, if someone is moving, he is shot down immediately. The second game forces the players to chisel a shape out of a piece of honeycomb, prompting the players to use everything in order to achieve the victory, even if it is humiliating way for them. Of course, whoever fails, a cruel masked guard is shooting the player right between their eyes. Ending, of course, all of us probably had the same question. Okay, there are childhood games, there are violent, there are for sure sick minds, but who are these mysterious masked captors and how does it benefit them to offer this astronomical amount of money to the people who are down on their luck? Why didn't they find a less sadistic way? Or what are they earning from all of this kind of stuff? It is difficult to say, but answers do come through every episode you watch. At the end, the story drags a small bit as the story winds down. However, the tension doesn't let up until final credit shows itself. Until then, in every episode you will watch hundreds of deaths, hundreds of blood pools, injuries, and some truly ingenious acts from people who didn't quit and their only way was to fight for their lives until the end. And that's a hell of a lot scarier than giving up and succumbing to death and hardship. In conclusion, I would say that Squid Game is one of the most exciting series of Netflix, especially at this time. It combines the childhood days we all had as kids with the cruel realism of being adult, as it forces people to compete in games, life or death, in order to destroy their debts. It is a horror, drama, Korean series which managed to describe how cruel is today's world. It is a very unique thing you can watch this year, or maybe and forever. So, that was a video about the famous Squid Game. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and if you haven't already watched the series, guys, I would definitely recommend it to you. But as every time, the end is here. Not generally, but for the video, of course. We will meet soon again in the next video, which probably is going to be either a duo gameplay or a solo walkthrough. I don't know yet, but you will find it in the next days. Until then, keep supporting us with the way you do, press a like and of course the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video, and let's make our beautiful family huge. At last, as I said before, all this was my personal opinion and I would gladly want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Write down in the comments. So, until the next video, stay safe, stay positive, stay active with a huge smile on your face, and we will meet soon again.